Alright, in the top left corner of Thunderbird, the blue Protoss, the captain himself, Harstem. In the bottom right, a miracle of science, a three-dimensional bee that has learned to play Starcraft. This is majestic, dudes. Bees can do anything they want when they work as a team, including learn to play Starcraft with distributed intelligence. Apparently. The world's smartest bee. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So let's see. We watched B's last set. We watched this TvZ last round against Braddock. Yeah, so he's just going pool first again. Okay, this is what I was curious about. He did go pool first both games we saw in his TvZ. This just seems to be his thing. He's wary of early pressure. Doesn't want to get proxied or anything cheesy cannon rush, so he'll have the early lings in case he needs them. He just makes like two lings, one set of lings to be safe. And he has the option to make more if he needs them. That happens, but he's not going to need them. Just a gateway at home. Normal little wall off here for Protoss. Throwing down an XI. And then a Cyber Core will follow any second now. With the normal little thingies here. So see, I'm really curious to see what Harstem goes for after Cyber Core. That's going to be the real determiner. It's going to be Stargate or Robo. Are we going to have one of these sharp immortal timings that are all the rage in PvZ right now? They seem really difficult for Zergs to hold as well. Zergs have really been struggling in this matchup just because there's a huge variety of immortal pushes, and they're all very different, and they all require very different responses, but they're hard to scout. They look very similar. So we'll see here. Cyber Core is finished. A Chrono and Adept. See what Harstem's choice of technology is here. Give me a Twilight Council. Interesting. Okay. Okay, we're going for a very fast Twilight Council. Maybe some kind of Adept play. We'll find out. Gonna nibble at that probe. First Adept's coming out, shading forward. Gonna try and maybe get these links. Is cancelled. Ling's running around. Sure, this Adept can't get too much done. Queens are ready for any Adept shenanigans. Third placed for B. Okay, no. There is... Oh! I think this is a Marjorie. I think, you guys, that this might be a Marjorie. Robo started up. We're getting Warp Gate. We have enough gas. We have more than enough gas for charge here. Okay, no. We're going straight to DTs. We're doing ninjas on a plane. Never mind. Continuing to mine gas. Would explain that. So we're going to get some ninjas on a plane here. We're going to get some Dark Templars and a Warp Prism. Try and deposit them in the opponent's base. Snipe a hatchery if possible. Yeah, but B really likes this fast Overlord speed as well, so he's going to get the scout on this, it would appear. Adept shading back home. Dark Templar Shrines take a long time to build. Got plenty of time to scout this and react to it. He's already got spores in the way, and about the normal Protoss timing, just even if you don't know, you just throw it down at like 330, 340. Just in case it's Stargate, you know, you don't want your drones to get sniped off by an Oracle, what have you. So there will be spores ready. The start is kind of late though, so there might not be detection here, and this might be possible for Harstem to snipe it. Warp Prism acts. Warp Prism spawns. It's going to get scouted right away. Did B go far enough in to see the Dark Shrine? He did. He did. Alright. Yep, starting up extra spores. Just be ready to move it down there. Or whenever the Dark Templar hit, there's a Warp Prism across the map. We're going to see a warp in of Dark Templar any second now. Actually, maybe not. Having these lings right underneath it means you can't warp in. So Harstem's going to have to pull back, find a safe haven. Oh no, he's just going to do it right up here in the front. Is he going to go straight to Archons? No, he's going to poke around, see if there is detection, and there isn't. It's going to burrow. It's going to take a second to burrow. Can he snipe it beforehand? Got it. Nicely played. Getting those DTs right on top of that vulnerable sector. Gonna try and get this queen, but I think a little too greedy. Okay, we got the pick up in the Warp Prism. We're gonna pull back. We're gonna maybe try and snipe this hatch. Oh, we're getting out of here again. No. Oh my goodness. This is so greedy. Love the Lings chasing this spore to make sure it actually burrows. Let's snipe that as it's building. ETs are right here, though. They're gonna... Oh, no. Okay. Overseer is about to finish. Killed several spores so far. Warping in another wave of Dark Templar. Let's get the pick off on the Warp Prism. So it's not the end of the world here. That is a nice pickup, but he's losing a lot of queens with this. He's going to have to make some links to try and defend this. They're not going to be great because this Archon's going to finish. And that's going to be enough to zap these lings. Third gets sniped. 4B. Morphing another Archon. There's detection here. Okay. Get that second one as well. These Archons putting in a lot of work. They're going to kill these roaches that were made for safety as well. 3 Archons versus, what, 6, 7 roaches? Yep. Archon's going to be forced to retreat. These Archons is expensive. But I think this is worth it investment-wise to get all these queens. He might even escape with one. Get all these... Yeah, he's going to escape with 2. Look at that. He's got his third down behind this. He's starting to saturate it. Transferring probes over. He got a third. He got a bunch of queen kills. He didn't get direct economic damage done to the worker count, but he did skyrocket ahead. Okay, GG, there it is. Harstem wins game 1. Yeah, just not having that Overseer there for the detection was really too much. It was a little bit too greedy. Trying to move the spores around just didn't time out super well. It's just slightly bad luck there for B. Got punished. Just slightly bad luck. Losing that 4 before I could get there and not having the Overseer. That can happen to anybody. Blah, 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 blah. Ready? Go, go. Oh, we're waiting for one more caster. Go. Go, 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 go. Might see if I can follow B through the lower bracket, just so we can have a Zerg, because I really like casting Zergs, and I've liked his play so far, minus, you know, that bit of bad luck there. Cyberforce will be map number 2 in the series. In la série. Burp, burp. Alright. Up in the series, Blue Protoss is Harstem. And in the top left, the Red Zerg, a 3-dimensional B. And for Clan 3D, of course. Alright, we'll see. Bring in a very early probe here for Harstem. It's probably just a hatch block that's natural because this is an incredibly short rush distance. But B also just prefers to go pool first. I've not seen him hatch first yet. Throwing this down at home. It's not for a cannon rush, is it? Okay, no. It's gonna be a gateway. We're gonna get a cheeky little hatch block here. Pool first for B. In accordance with the prophecy. So he's going to be able to clean this up. Not too bad. He's going to try and come down here and take this and see that there is, in fact, a probe blocking it. And just make a beeline. He's going to make a beeline, you guys. Straight to the third. Nothing too unusual here. Yeah, sometimes this map, it's so easy for Protoss to just get a probe in there and really mess with you. We'll see if Harstem has a way to leverage that, because I always think that's conceptually interesting, right? Is you force your opponents to do something they don't necessarily want to do. Take a third base far away from their main base. There's probably not going to be creep connected here if there's some sort of tight timing attack. This is a small map that already rewards timing attacks. We'll see if he does anything to leverage this. This time he's going core before Nexus as well. Just playing a little bit safer. In case. See if he's going to have anything in mind here when this core wraps up. Got what you got, Harstem. He's going to chase away that probe, clearing up the availability for a third for the Zerg. So far, just chronoing an adept and getting warp gate technology. In a minute, though. Adept's gonna shade forward, try and get a little bit of harassment done. Maybe pick off a ling or a drone or two. Okay, so we're just getting a Twilight Council again, so maybe this is the same build. Maybe Harstem thinks he can just run back the same build from game 1. Get a cheeky little win in here. If he doesn't think B is super prepared to defend it. But B once again getting a very fast Overlord speed, so he's going to be able to scout whatever Harstem wants to do. That Stalker trying to deny scouting, but nope, not today. Yep. So there's the Robo. So this is the same build, it appears, for the captain. We'll see if he manages to get anything done here. Just continue to drone. Be a third any second now for B. It's actually a little bit late of a third. I want. Wonder if he has something in mind here. Oh, no, we are mixing it up. It's going to be Glaives this time. We're not going straight to Dark Templar. We are just going to throw in a Glaive Adept upgrade, which is excellent for punishing this spaced out third when there's no creep to connect. There are 2 queens here, but that's really it. And there's the Baneling Nest continuing to drone, so we are seeing B mixing it up a little bit. But he did get the scout off. He saw the Twilight researching. He saw 2 Adepts, so I think it's reasonable for him to suspect more Adepts with Glaives, and he would be correct there. Would be correct on that. Continuing to pump out queens, drone a little bit, make some links for safety. And we'll see. We'll see if Harstem can leverage this. There's the third, finally. This is a very late third. Or B. Got a lot of gas ready to go. Trying to make some Banelings in here to defend this. Yeah, he's going to morph 8 Banes. Alright. We'll see if this is going to work out. If the Adepts can kite the Banes off creep and try and gun them down before they can connect, Harstem might be in an okay position. It's just going to come down to that. Banes are finishing. They're rumbling in here. Oh, no. Ling's going to get this round. Okay, picked up on some of the Adepts. Dropping them off one at a time. Baneling's not getting the best connections there. The way those Adepts were spread out after they were dropped back down. Down to 3 out of those 8 early. Morphing in a couple more. Add more Lings. But Adepts are so quick to just shave off the Ling count here and there. They fire so quickly, they do great damage against slight units. Every time B pokes in like this and doesn't actually commit to taking the fight, he's just losing a bit of free damage. And Immortals and Sentries follow up here at home for Harstem. Well, this is third base. Lair finally on the way for B as well. Harstem's going to shade forward with a couple Adepts towards the third and pick up in the Warp Prism, go into the main. We're going to see if he lets this finish. No, he does not. Not really a whole lot here. It's just oh no, there is. Never mind. There's 2 queens and a pack of Lings. Yeah, this is going to be forced back as well. Yeah, this pressure not really accomplishing much. No super drone kills here. Try and land some of these Adepts. He's going to lose one for sure. Pick some up and escape with his Warp Prism. Pull back. Continue to add on Sentries and Immortals, Gateways. Harstem gearing up for the next assault. He getting ready for a little counter push of his own, though. Ling's coming out across the map. Oh, no. Sentries are kind of exposed. Okay, solid force fields. Leaving one of his Adepts on the other side, but he's going to get a bunch of these Lings separated from their buddies. Right, and he's made it home. Forge on the way. Harstem thinking about upgrades. B, however, thinking about some cheeky drops. He's got the Overlord speed already. So if you can just load up some Lings or some Banelings into these, get them into a worker line, that's going to be fantastic. And that, I think he's going to go for the Bane option. We'll see here, though. Harstem gearing up to push again. Hallucinating a Phoenix just to scout, see where Zerg's army is. Okay. Yeah, he's picking up Banelings, and he does have the Baneling drop, so force field this. He doesn't even have to go across the map and try and get these in a worker line. Good transfuse in there to save that from the Stalkers. He's just going to try and deposit those Banelings nice and neatly into the center of Harstem's clump. It's up to the Stalkers to screen that out. You don't want that to get on top of the rest of your squishier units like the Adepts and the Sentries. +1 and a Templar Archive started for Harstem, so he's teching up a little bit. Hydras will be the tech choice for B. Ling, Bane, Hydra. Tried and true. Tested. Mom approved. B is like playing very defensive here though. He's only at 50 drones. He's still got no fourth on the way. His third was very late. He's got a large army for this. Very defensively. And he's mostly sitting at home with this. Yeah, Science Storm started up straight away for Harstem. So this is going to be a great way to try and punish this low econ, fragile unit way of playing that B wants to do. All these units really need to get kind of aggressive. There's the fourth, finally. Try and pick off this Warp Prism. Queen's coming in to intercept. Force that back. There's a good recall. Is it going to get out in time? It does. Oh my goodness. 1 HP, you guys. Actual 1 HP. Hog champion. I'm about halfway done. And on High Templars, just letting them build up energy for whenever Storm is ready. Harstem can force field some of these Zerglings and Hydras in. Storm's down. They start going to town on these very fragile but very high DPS units. This is a fragile Zerg army. Flash damage has an outsized effect against it. Couple force fields going down, not the greatest. Doesn't save that Stalker. Lings still get on the main army, but it's not the end of the world. Not the greatest force field. Sometimes better safe than sorry on those, you know? Phoenix does confirm that there is indeed a fourth base. Charge fired up for Harstem as well as a fourth base. So he's keeping pace with the Zerg on just in flat terms of bases, which is very good news for the non-Zerg player in every matchup. Also, Pathogen Glands for Infestors out of B. He's trying to drone behind this a little bit. Solid force fields, stemming the tide. Oh, storming his own units there though. Banelings drop on top of that. That was a little bit messy. I think he's going to be okay. Gonna force B to pull back. He can't really fight through this tiny choke, especially when there are storms. He's gonna take a ton of damage there. A depth drop goes down in the main. It's picking off some drones. Good economic damage done here. It's gonna get cleaned up, but that's okay. No Bane speed either, which is a little curious. He really likes Infestors. Is this actually Livy B? Because Livy B also loves Infestors. Is this same B? Can't be. There's no way. I know it's not. But you never know. Wink. No. Just not true. But whatevs. +2 start up. Continuing to just power out units for both players. Macro a little bit. And we're just getting Neural Parasite. This is really... B seems to really like this kind of style. Alright, Harstem's gonna try. Run a couple Zealots in here. Gonna get gunned down before they can really accomplish too much. Run them around as well. He's gonna find this 5th base placed. He even starting a 6th. Okay. Zealots chasing those Lings down. They are gonna get cleaned up finally. I'm gonna snipe that base. Alas. There's a Stargate on the way for Harstem behind this. I'm gonna guess that there's gonna be a Fleet Beacon follow-up and probably a couple more Stargates. Just depending on how he's feeling. I would guess that we're going to see like carriers for late game transition. Oh no, Adept's got... Oh, Zealot's got in the main, excuse me. Killing off another 12 workers. They might even get this Infestor. No, not quite. Infestor's barely going to get away. Snipe this hatchery. Try and power through this. There are a couple Banelings left in these drops. Solid force fields, keeping that Infestor back. Oh my goodness, these storms on the bottom side. Fungals do go down on the High Templars, but they've already used their energy. I think you wanted to neural the Archons there. Turn them on their friends. Yeah, Harstem gonna shove up this ramp. And now B doesn't have a lot. Most of his army is still in the production tab. It's not born yet. It's going to pop from this base, but right underneath a bunch of Archons. They're literally already on top, which is where you want your Archons to be anyways. Just going to get mowed down. Yeah, more Hydra reinforcements trying to join up with us, but yeah, oh, there it is. GG, well played. Harstem takes it 2-0.